Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, Chris here, and basically today I'm going to be talking about how I changed up my diet a little bit and the effects it had on me basically. So first things first, I am a frequent viewer of the podcast by Joe Rogan. Now this guy talks about all sorts of different things, but what he tends to kind of bring into every other podcast is his eating style. So he eats mainly things like elk, which is like red meat, and it's game meat and things like that. Anyway, to get to the point, he eats a lot of meat and he doesn't eat that many refined carbohydrates. He eats vegetables and things like that as well, but he doesn't really eat many like carbohydrates, so like or pasta, bread, potatoes, that kind of thing. Anyway, I'd watched so many of his podcasts, and there've been so many people on there basically saying, it's worked wonders for me, and their transformations and things like that. And obviously, there's a lot of controversy around this because you need carbohydrates for energy. Anyway, around a week or two ago, I started to implement this kind of style of eating. Now, first things first, I felt absolutely brilliant. Eating a lot more meat. I think I must have been deficient or something like that. Just everything about the way my body worked just felt a lot better. I felt like I had more energy. So I'm continuing to do that. I'm trying to eat like a steak every single day because it works for me. And I know there is a lot of ideas out there about how you can eat too much meat, but with all the positives that come with it, I'm really not that worried. And with the amount that I exercise as well, maybe I do need those extra nutrients. Anyway, so yes, I've been following that kind of diet approach. Anyway, today I was training. I was doing bench press, and basically I couldn't feel my muscles like you'd normally feel them. I couldn't feel that kind of like pump feeling. So I started to rethink everything. I had this a couple of days ago as well. Basically, I need to be eating more carbohydrates. So what I have found from my experience, if I eat refined carbohydrates, my body just rejects them. It just doesn't work for me. Whether it's because they're not really nutrient dense or it's because it's just basically pure sugar. My body does not like the likes of Rice Krispie bars or just any chocolate bar or anything like that. It just doesn't like them. So I'm trying to eat more potatoes, pasta, and rice. Those are the three carbohydrates I'm kind of gonna like stick to. Works for me over the last couple of years of training, and I've realised that's kind of like what my body likes, what works for me, what gives me energy, and allows me to perform. So basically I'm going to be doing that and adding in a bit more of those carbohydrates now, along with vegetables and things like that, because whilst I did get the benefit of being more switched on and that kind of thing, over the course of a couple of weeks it then kind of hit me that my muscles didn't have enough glucose to then go and train and work out to my maximum capability. So that's my experience from eating more red meat. I really, really do feel a lot better, so I'm going to continue to do that, but I do need to add in more carbohydrates. I simply cannot follow like a keto diet or just a meat diet. That doesn't work for me. Something else that came to my attention is that I got a lot leaner just within a week or two, just from eating more meat. Obviously my carbs are a little bit lower, so that's basically the reason behind it, but also from eating more like steak and things like that, I also found that I wasn't as hungry in between meals. I felt that I was getting more nutrients potentially from the food that I was eating, so my body kind of like wasn't craving things. It was kind of focused and I could do what I needed to do. I wasn't thinking about food all the time, which is absolutely great. And I felt like I didn't actually need to eat as many calories because I was getting the nutrients I needed from a fewer amount of calories. So that's another benefit there. I don't know if that's correct, but that's kind of like my hypothesis around it and what I think is the reason behind that happening. Now, yes, so basically, like I said, I'm going to be cutting out refined sugars just because when I do have them, it just doesn't work for me, and I basically just feel ill. I don't know what it is, any like sugar, sweets, yeah, I just feel absolutely crap. So yeah, obviously occasionally I'm going to go ahead and cheat, but I'm going to try and stick to eating the potatoes, the rice, and the pasta, along with steak and things like that as well. I'm obviously not just going to eat steak. I'll have like a bit of chicken and ham, maybe even like turkey or something like that as well. But mainly every morning I'll have a steak, and that's how how I kick off my day. And I eat eggs as well. That's the other thing. But yeah, that's basically my experience from cutting my carbohydrates. Whilst I did get leaner, I did see quite a big drop in performance in the gym. So I'm going to be upping those carbs a little bit again, making sure I'm eating quality carbohydrates, see how things go, and I'll get back to you guys on that in the next video or a couple of videos after that. Really want to talk about the fat bar grip adapters coming up soon on the channel. Basically going to walk you guys through exactly why you should be using them, what they can do for you, and for people maybe in the same situation as me who have got small wrists, just small bone structure overall, and how to basically try and overcome that as much as possible by building up your forearms, which is something that I still need to really do, and that's why I made the product, to help out you guys which are potentially in the same position as me, or if you want to build up your arms or your forearms, whatever you want to do, they can be very useful for that. So thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, comment below if you have any suggestions for any videos, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.